Morning class, I'm 𝗙𝗪𝗀𝗀 Sandoval and I'm your teacher for today. But before we proceed to our discussion for today, kindly pick up the trash under your chair. Please stand and let us pray. Before we proceed to our discussion for today, let me check your attendance first, okay? Miss Secretary, is everybody present? Okay. Can you identify the object that I'm holding right now? You're right. It is a puppet made of soap. Now, I will tell you a short story about the twin sisters who look alike, but have different personalities. This short story was entitled The Twin Sisters by Nhicole Sandoval. Once upon a time, there were twin sisters who look alike. The first twin is Jenny, and the second twin is Jessie. No one could tell them apart since they really look alike. And the only way to tell them apart is the way they talk to people. Jenny is quite stubborn and rude when she talks to people, while Jessie always talks to them with a sweet smile on her face and with a cheerful voice. One day, when they played outside, a boy named Albert greeted them. "Good morning, ladies," Albert greeted. "Oh, hi. Good morning, Albert," Jessie replied. "Whatever, I don't care." That's the only thing said by Jenny before she went away. "Why is Jenny always frowning and grumpy?" Albert asked Jessie. "I don't know. Maybe she's not just in the mood," Jessie replied. "Honestly, she's always like that," Albert said. "Anyway, I have to go now. I have to follow my sister. See you around, Albert." Then Jessie followed her twin sister. Jenny, why did you left? And why were you rude to Albert?" "Nothing. Just leave me alone, Jessie." "Come on, Jenny, tell me. What's your problem?" "Nothing. I just don't like talking to people because I'm afraid that if I talk to them and became close and started trusting them, they might break my trust just like my old friend did." "Come on, Jenny. People are not the same. Look at us. We may look the same, but we are two different people. You like reading books, while I like watching movies. You like doing sports, while I like doing makeup. You see? People do make mistakes to us, but that doesn't mean that everyone will do the same. Do not let your bad past ruin your present, as well as your chance to have new friends." "Thank you, Jessie. Now I understand. I will say sorry to Albert and start being nice to people. Thank you, and I love you, my twin sister." And that's the end of the story. Did you like the story that I have told you? Okay, so now the question is, who were the characters in the story? Very good. It was Jessie, Jenny, and Albert. Now, what was the story all about? You're right. It is about the twin sisters who look alike, but have different personalities. Now, what was the lesson that you have learned from the story? Yes? Okay, very good. That no matter how bad our past is, we should not let those experiences ruin our present as well as our chance to have new friends. So, what do we call these again? The objects that I have used while I am telling you the story about the twin sisters who look alike. You're right, it is a sock puppet. I think you already have an idea regarding the topic that we will tackle for today, and it's all about puppet, and later we will also tackle its types, and I will let you make your own puppet. Are you excited?
So when you hear the word puppet, what comes first in your mind? Yes? You're right. A puppet is an object often resembling human, animal, or mythical figure that is animated or manipulated by a person called puppeteer. The puppeteer often uses movement of their hands, their arms, or sometimes they use some control devices such as finger rods to control the movement of the puppet. The puppeteers also uses their voices according to the character of the puppet and synchronizes the movement of the mouth according to what they are saying. storytelling, just like what I did earlier. So there are different types of puppet. The first type of puppet is a finger puppet. Anyone who can read the definition of a finger puppet? Yes? Okay, thank you so much. So we can easily identify this type of puppet because it is quite small compared to the other types of puppet. And since it is small, it only fits on the single finger of a puppeteer. Another type of puppet is a sock puppet. Anyone who read the definition of a sock puppet? Yes? Okay, thank you so much. So the sock puppet is a type of puppet that is manipulated by inserting one's hand inside the sock and let the puppet move around. Another type of puppet is a live hand puppet. So this type of puppet is basically bigger than the other type of puppet. Thus, it is manipulated by two persons for each puppet. Another type of puppet is a marionette puppet. And you want to read the definition of a marionette puppet? Yes? Okay, thank you so much. So the marionette puppet is a type of puppet that is hardest to manipulate. Why? Because as we can see, its body is connected to numerous number of strings. Thus, in order for you to manipulate well the movement of the puppet, you need to know first how to control those strings first, okay? So those are different types of puppet. Did you get the differences? Okay, that's good. So now, let's proceed to our activity for today, wherein I will let you make your own puppet. But before we proceed on that activity, I will first explain and demonstrate how I made my puppet, so that we'll have an idea regarding the making of the sock puppet. So these are the materials that we are going to use for our activity for today. Of course, we need the yarn, a pom-pom with googly eyes, a sock, a pink colored paper, a rectangular cardboard, a glue gun and glue stick, and a... So the first step in creating a sock puppet is using a glue gun and glue stick. Stick the cardboard inside the sock just like this. And then, you should let it dry, but you have to be extra careful because it is kind of hot, you might get hurt, okay? You can now flip over the sock and then wear it properly in your hand, just like this. And then after that, once again, using the glue gun and glue stick, stick the pom-pom on top of the sock. And then after that, stick the googly eyes on top of the pom-pom, just like this. And ta-da! She already has her own eyes. And then the next step is using a rectangular cardboard, this one, you can roll over the yarn in it for the hair of your puppet. And out of yarn, you can now make a bow for the hair of your puppet. And then after that, you can now stick the bow on top of the sock above the eyes of the puppet, just like this. And then the next step is out of a pink colored paper, cut out the tongue of the puppet. And then stick it inside the mouth of the puppet. And ta-da! I already have my own puppet. Now, it's your turn, children. You can now make your own version of your sock puppet and present it in front of our class afterwards. You may now start your activity. So are you done, kids? Okay, very good. You may now explain your work in front of the class. So all of you are very good and excellent in making the sock puppet. Now, for your assignment, search in the internet for the other types of puppet that I didn't discuss earlier, then paste it on a short bond paper and pass it to me on our next meeting. So that's all for today. I hope that you learned something and you enjoyed our activity. Please all stand and let us pray.